Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Sergey Karjakin and Magnus Carlsen. This is a game from World Chess Championship match that was played in New York in 2016. Sergey Karjakin had white pieces and he played e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, and Karjakin played bishop to b5, Spanish opening. No surprises. a6, bishop to a4, knight to f6, Karjakin castled kingside, bishop to e7, and Karjakin played d3, defending the pawn on e4. If c3, then knight takes on e4. And can white win the pawn on e5 if bishop takes knight? Well, he can, but it's nothing special, is it? If bishop takes on c6, then d takes on c6, and if now knight takes on e5, queen to d4, and after knight to f3, queen takes on e4, rook to e1, queen to g6, and black is okay. Karjakin played d3. Rook to e1 is the most played move in this position. b5, bishop to b3, d6, and Karjakin played a3. If knight to c3, knight to a5, and then knight takes bishop. a3. Carlsen castled kingside 2. Knight to c3, bishop to e6, knight to d5, black to move. This position was first seen in a game between Fogarasi and Lucas in 1998. White played bishop takes on d5 and the game ended in a draw. Carlsen played knight to d4, knight takes knight, pawn takes knight, knight takes on f6 check, bishop takes on f6, bishop takes bishop, pawn takes bishop, f4, c5, queen to g4 attacking the pawn on e6, queen to d7, f5. Black to move. Rook from a to e8 was played. If e5, then perhaps rook to f3, and white's position is preferred. Carlsen played rook from a to e8, activating all his pieces. Perhaps white has a neater pawn structure, but black pieces are all activated. Bishop to d2 was played. If f takes on e6, queen takes on e6, queen takes queen, rook takes on e6. Simplification would not increase white's winning chances. So we have bishop to d2, c4, h3. This is kind of a waiting move, and also in the future, white king may need to go to h2, c3. b takes on c3, and now we have reached a very interesting moment of the game. When black played a surprise move, pawn takes pawn was expected, but like I said, Carlsen played a surprise move. d5, white to move. Bishop to g5 was played. If c takes on d4, then black wins the game with bishop takes on d4 check, and after king to h2, bishop takes rook. What else? Again, if f takes on e6, queen takes on e6, queen takes queen, rook takes queen, and now if pawn takes pawn, rook to e2, rook to f2, rook takes rook, king takes rook, d takes on c3, bishop to e1, bishop to d4 check, king to e2, rook to e8 check, king to d1, rook to d8, king to e2, rook takes on d5. Next position is preferred. Back to our game. c4 looks like an interesting alternative move. In the game we have bishop to g5. Bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, d takes on e4. f takes on e6, rook takes rook check, rook takes rook, queen takes on e6, c takes on d4, black to move, and now black must choose between pawn takes pawn and e3. What would you do? Carlsen played e3. Pawn takes pawn is not a bad move. Then perhaps c takes on d3, queen to e3 check. Queen takes queen, rook takes queen, and after rook to d1, rook to e2, and I'd rather be black. Back to our game. e3 was played, rook to e1, h6, attacking the queen. This is designed to avoid back rank problems. Queen to h5, keeping an eye on the rook on e8, e2. Black pawn is so dangerously close to promotion. Queen to f3. If queen to e5, then black takes on e5. We have this continuation. D takes on e5, rook takes on e5, king to f2, rook to c5, rook takes on e2, rook to c3, a4, b takes on a4, king to e3, a3, king to d2, rook to c5, g4, rook to a5, rook to e1, a2, rook to a1. And white is better in this fantasy line. However, in this position, black does not have to take the queen. Simply queen to c6. Okay, back to our game. In the game we have queen to f3 and now a5. This pawn has a dream to become a queen, especially if the pawn on a3 drops dead. c3 and now queen to a2, intending queen takes pawn on a3. And then someone's dream comes true. Of course, white queen wants to stop that dream. Queen to c6. If queen takes pawn, queen takes rook. Rook to e6, queen to c8 check, king to h7, and now Karjakin played an excellent move, c4, cutting the communication between the queen and the rook. Queen to d2. What else? If rook to e7, then queen to f5 check, king to g8. If king to h8, then white wins. So king to g8, queen to d5 check, king to h7, and now white can play queen to f5 check, or if feeling lucky, queen takes pawn, b5, and then comes back with check. So in the game, Carlsen played queen to d2, rook for rook. Queen takes on e6, queen takes on e1, check. King to h2, queen to f2. Black pawn is promoting next move. Not really. Black king is exposed to checks. White played a move and draw was agreed. The move is queen to e4 check. Draw agreed in view of this continuation. King to g8, queen to e8 check, king to h7, queen to e4 check. And what now? If g6, then queen to e7 check, king to g8, queen to e8 check, and after king to g7, queen to e7 check. Of course, Carlsen would not play queen to f8, blocking the check, because then white plays the obvious move. What is the obvious move in this position? Can you guess the obvious move? The obvious is queen takes pawn, and then white has a winning chance. That is why draw was agreed in this position. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.